Turning tragedy into a day of honor, on December 18, 2001, Congress declared that every September 11th be known as Patriot Day and National Day of Service and Remembrance. The day honors the lives of those who were killed as a result of the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001. For Frisco ISD Student Resource Officer Brent Stafford, it is a reminder of the events that happened.
First Responders Day for me takes me back to the actual events of 9/11. I was actually in high school. It was school picture day. I remember getting ready for school pictures and having the news on and seeing it. I remember it was Good Morning America. I knew that it was usually on tape delay, and then saw the planes strike the building. They talk about breaking news, and they were cutting to the story. And I just remember thinking, well, it happened an hour ago, and then realizing that it was actually what was going on, and watching it with my mom. And then just remember that day going to school, and every teacher, not normal, but every teacher had the news on, and just kind of watching everything that took place. And then you start to hear about what happened in Washington, D.C. with the plane hitting the Pentagon, and then the plane going down in Pennsylvania, Flight 93. It was just a very, very sobering moment. First time that I'd seen anything like that on a very newsworthy scale, and seeing all the news stories about all the sacrifices that were made by firefighters and police officers that day really hit home, and was really what made to see the recovery is what made that day special.
The actions of first responders on that day are part of Stafford's life as an adult.
Just going back to that time, seeing the people running from the towers, but then also to see the firefighters and the police officers running the other way. It just reminds me of their sacrifice, and it's what drives me, in situations even here in Frisco. There's been times where there's been some crazy situations, and when normal people would be running away, we have a duty to be running towards the action, to be running towards the danger. And so, my circumstances, my experiences, while not to the level of what happened on 9/11, there are times where you are driven by a duty, driven by the calling to be a first responder, to run towards danger when your normal instinct is to run away from it.
The day holds a special meaning in the hearts of many first responders, including former firefighter paramedic, boys head basketball coach Stephen Fryer.
I kind of grew up in the first responder lifestyle. My dad was a fireman for 33 plus years, and so I kind of grew up in that, and he's in the military as well. So I think it's just important just to kind of remember sacrifices those guys made with the terrorist attacks and everything, and also just understanding that that community as a whole kind of wrapped its arms around each other, and we persevered through it. So to me, it just means that it's kind of not just the 9/11 day itself, because it was 20 years ago when I was going to high school, and I remember hearing about everything that happened. What this day really means to me, though, is the day after, when we all kind of came together and really just kind of united as one again. I think that was really cool to kind of see and experience. Everybody was really, strengthened by the devastation that took place, and it really made us a stronger country. And I think if we can kind of live like it's 9/12, it'd be better for everybody.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Kirthi Gummadi.